Hi, Phil. My name's Wendy. Welcome to Western
Wendy.
Psychological Counseling Services. I'm glad that you came in here. This is just going to be our intake paperwork today, and then we'll get you set up to come back for another appointment once we get all this taken care of, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, so this here is just our general acknowledgement of informed consent, rights and responsibilities, privacy, policies, and advanced directive options that we go over first, okay?
Sure.
So what we're going to do is we'll go over these, and if you agree to them, you'll initial it, and then we're going to have you sign, okay?
Sure.
So the informed consent just says that you've read and understood the risks and benefits related to the treatment and evaluation here at Western Psychological Counseling Services, that you consent to receive mental health services by Western. Any questions you have regarding these have been answered. This is the rights and responsibilities. You have reviewed and understood your rights and responsibilities for receiving services here at Western. This includes complaints, fees, which we'll go over, and no-show cancellation policies and your rights. And you will be given a copy of these rights and responsibilities, and any question on these will be answered as well. Notice of privacy practices. You will have reviewed our privacy practices, and this includes privacy and exemptions to confidentiality. Any questions that you have regarding these have been answered, and you have a copy of these policies, and you understand that Western will share basic information with your primary care provider unless you ask us to restrict this disclosure.
Okay.
Financial, if you cancel within 24 hours or do not show for an appointment, you will pay $55. You are the guarantor, meaning that you're responsible for payment of copays, coinsurance, and deductibles and fees for services that aren't covered by a plan or an EAP. And this is about the advance directive. Would you like any information about how to make a medical advance directive?
No, thank you.
Okay. And the second line here is just for Oregon only, which wouldn't affect you anyways.
Sure.
So if you agree to all that there, you'll just initial down through. I've put your name here. And your date of birth I have as 4/17/1972.
Correct.
Okay. And then you'll just sign and put today's date, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Our next page here is about the your contact information. I have here that your name is Phildixon.
Correct.
Okay. Today's date. Is there a legal name for you that's any different than that, or is that?
No, that's it.
Okay, so that's non-applicable.
It's the one my mom would give me.
And your mail?
Yes.
Okay, and your address?
237 High Street,
And what city is that?
Lewiston.
Okay. State of Maine?
Yes.
And your zip code?
04365.
Okay. And 4/17/1972 is your date of birth.
Correct.
And your primary health insurance?
United Healthcare.
Okay. And did they take a copy of this out front when you
They
checked
did.
in, front and back?
They did.
Okay, so we have all that information up front already. Now this is for your contact telephone number. So home, work, or cell phone we can take down, whatever you'd like us to put.
Okay, I got cell.
Okay. And you don't want a work phone number to put down?
No.
And a home number?
No.
I don't think anyone has a home phone anymore,
I
do
know.
they? Okay, so your primary contact number will be your cell phone. And what is that?
It's 207
Okay.
314
Yep.
6239.
Okay. And this comes down to marital status. Are you single, divorced, living as married, or married?
I'm married.
Okay, and how many years?
6.
And what is your wife's name?
Ray.
Same last name?
Yes.
Okay. If we're unable to reach you, is it okay to contact your wife?
Sure.
Okay. And what is her number?
207 624
Okay.
7821.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And are you employed?
I am.
Okay. Are you using EAP for your services here?
I'm not, no.
Okay. And who's your employer?
Cisco of Northern New England.
Okay. And this comes down to your emergency contact information. And who will that be?
Ray, my wife.
Okay. RAE?
Yes.
Okay. And the address?
The same as mine.
Okay. And her phone number we have up there. And the relationship is your spouse. And primary care physician, who is that?
Dr. Jason Brown.
Okay. And his address?
Is 15 Enterprise Drive in Augusta.
Okay, and his phone number?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we can look that up. I'm sure we have that in the system somewhere. And he's at Augusta Family, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So we can look that up in the system. And who referred you to our services here?
I did.
Okay. So I'm just going to put your name at the top of this page here as well, and today's date. This is our intake form. This comes into you. You're presenting problems and concerns, kind of what brought you into us here today. So this says, describe the problem that brought you here today.
Well, I'm hoping that I can take care of two things.
Okay.
My primary goal is I want to quit smoking. But my stress level at work is like through the roof, and it's really affecting, it's affecting me. It's affecting life at home. And it's causing me to smoke like twice as much as I did. So I want to take care of all that.
Okay, so you want to quit smoking, and stress at work is increasing your smoking?
Correct.
Okay. So here we're going to go through and we're going to check all the behaviors and symptoms that you consider problematic. Distractibility?
No.
Hyperactivity?
No.
Impulsivity?
No.
Boredom?
No.
Poor memory or confusion?
No.
Seasonal mood changes?
No.
Sadness and depression?
Yeah.
Loss of pleasure or interest?
Sometimes.
Hopelessness?
Sometimes.
Thoughts of death?
No.
Self-harm behaviors?
No.
Crying spells?
No.
Loneliness?
No.
Low self-worth?
No.
Guilt or shame?
No.
Fatigue?
Yeah.
Change in appetite?
No.
Lack of motivation? Withdrawal from people?
No.
Anxiety or worry?
Yes.
Panic attacks?
No.
Fear away from home?
No.
Social discomfort?
No.
Obsessive thoughts?
No.
Compulsive thoughts?
No.
Aggression or fighting?
Yes.
Frequent arguments?
Yes.
Irritability or anger?
Yes.
Homicidal thoughts?
No.
Flashbacks?
No.
Hearing voices?
No.
Visual hallucinations?
No.
Suspicion or paranoia?
Sometimes yes.
Racing thoughts?
No.
Excessive energy?
No.
Wide mood swings?
No.
Sleep problems?
Sometimes.
Nightmares?
No.
Eating problems?
No.
Gambling problems? Computer addiction?
No.
Problems with pornography?
No.
Parenting problems?
No.
Sexual problems?
No.
Relationship problems?
No.
Work or school problems?
No.
Alcohol or drug use?
No.
Reoccurring or disturbing memories?
No.
Okay. Are your problems affecting any of the following? Handling everyday tasks?
No.
Work or school?
Yes.
Recreational activities?
No.
Self-esteem?
Sometimes.
Housing?
No.
Sexual activity?
No.
Relationships?
Yes.
Legal matters?
No.
Healthy?
Yes.
Health, sorry.
That's okay.
Hygiene?
No.
Finances?
No.
Have you ever had thoughts, made statements, or attempted to hurt yourself?
No.
Have you ever had thoughts, made statements, or attempted to hurt someone else?
No.
Have you recently been physically hurt or threatened by someone else?
No.
Have you gambled in the past 6 months?
Yeah. Lottery tickets count, right?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Have you ever felt the need to bet more and more money?
No.
Have you ever had to lie to people important to you about how much you gambled?
No. Excuse me, I'm going to go get a drink. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm going to tickle in my throat. There's stuff in the air with all the leaves changing and stuff. It wicked bothers me.
Okay, so this here just has your name at the top, and this is just family and developmental history. So this is just relationship, mother and father.
They're no longer living.
Okay. And your wife, you said her name was?
Ray.
And how old is she?
She's 45.
Okay, and how is the quality of your relationship?
It's good.
Okay, and your children?
I have 2.
Okay. And their names?
Is that important?
If you feel that it is, it is. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. This is your paperwork.
No, not really important.
Okay. Okay, now this is family mental health problems. Was there any hyperactivity?
No.
Any sexual abuse?
Mm-mm.
Depression?
Mm-mm.
Manic depression?
No.
Suicide?
No.
Anxiety?
No.
Do you have any siblings? I just kind of skipped down there.
Yeah, I have a brother who's deceased, and I have a sister.
And she's still living?
Mm-hmm.
How old is she?
I think now. I believe she's 65.
Okay. Anxiety?
No.
Panic attacks?
No.
Obsessive compulsive?
No.
Anger or abusive?
No.
Any schizophrenia?
No.
Eating disorder?
No.
Alcohol abuse?
No. Oh, my father, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I thought you were talking about me.
No, this is in your family mental
Gotcha.
health problems. Kind of like your family past family history or anything
understand.
going on. And drug abuse.
No.
Okay. So this isn't applicable because your parents have passed away. Before they passed, were they living together, legally married?
Yes.
Okay. Before they passed. Please check here if you have experienced any of the following types of trauma or loss. Emotional abuse?
No.
Sexual abuse?
No.
Physical abuse?
Mm-mm.
Parent substance abuse?
No.
Teen pregnancy?
No. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, on what?
Well, the parent substance abuse one. My father was an alcoholic.
Okay. Neglect?
No.
Violence in the home?
No.
Crime victim?
No.
Parent illness?
Yes.
Placed a child for adoption?
No.
Lived in a foster home?
No.
Multiple family
No.
moves? Homelessness?
Mm-mm.
Loss of a loved one?
No. Oh, yes. Loss of loved one, yeah. I was reading ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Financial problems?
No.
Okay. So I'm just going to put here, both your parents passed away. You have 2 children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this here is previous mental health treatment. Have you ever had any type of treatment, outpatient counseling?
I did.
Okay, and when was that?
It was in 2012.
And what was the program?
It was EAP.
Okay, and what was it for?
I lost my mom.
So you had some grief counseling?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Any medication for mental health?
No.
Any psychiatric hospitalization?
Mm-mm.
Any drug or alcohol treatment?
Mm-mm.
Any self-help or support groups?
No.
Okay. So here we're going to go over your substance use history. So the substance type and the current use over the last 6 months, and then this is any past use that you had. So tobacco
Yes.
and your frequency,
Daily.
and how often, how much,
About a half a pack.
and caffeine,
Yes.
and how often,
Daily.
and how much.
Like 3 cups of coffee a day.
Okay. Alcohol,
No.
marijuana,
No.
cocaine or crack,
No.
ecstasy,
No.
heroin,
No.
inhalants,
Uh-uh.
methamphetamines,
No.
painkillers,
No.
PCP,
No.
steroids,
No.
or tranquilizers.
No.
Have you had withdrawal symptoms when trying to stop using any of these substances? If yes, please describe.
Yeah, I've tried quitting smoking,
Okay.
before, and I get irritable. Makes me irritable, and then all the stress at work causes me to smoke again. So that's
Okay.
kind of why I'm here.
Right. A vicious cycle.
Exactly.
Have you ever had problems with work, relationship, health, the law due to your substance use?
No.
Okay. This is just some medical information. When did you have your last physical?
In November of 2018.
Okay. Have you experienced any of the following medical conditions during your lifetime? Allergies?
Uh-huh.
Chronic pain?
No.
Dizziness or fainting?
No.
High fevers?
No.
A sexually transmitted disease?
No.
Asthma?
No.
Surgery?
Yes.
Meningitis?
No.
Diabetes?
No.
Headaches?
No.
A serious accident?
No.
Seizures?
No.
Hearing problems?
No.
A sleep disorder?
No.
Stomach aches?
No.
A head injury?
No.
Vision problems?
No.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Please list any current health concerns.
Okay. High blood pressure.
Okay. And current medications. So you on any medications at this time?
I take like 3.
Okay. What are they?
Enalapril.
Okay. And what's your dosage?
It's 20 milligrams once a day.
And who prescribes that?
Dr. Brown.
Okay. Anything else?
Terazosin.
Okay. And the milligrams?
20.
And how often?
Once a day.
And prescribed by?
Dr. Brown.
Do you remember when any of these were first prescribed?
I don't know.
Most people don't.
Years
It's
ago.
okay. And the next one?
It's called Norvasc.
Yep. And the milligrams?
10.
Okay. And how often?
Once a day.
Okay. And who is that prescribed by?
Dr. Brown.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Do you take any current over-the-counters, including vitamins or anything of the such?
Oh, yeah. So I take magnesium.
Mm-hmm.
Vitamin C.
Okay.
Vitamin D.
Mm-hmm.
And vitamin B12.
Okay. Allergies and or adverse reactions to medications. Do you have any?
Yeah, penicillin.
Oh, okay.
Usually I get a rash on my upper arms or whatever if I take it.
Okay. And any other thing besides drug allergies?
No.
Any seasonal allergies?
Yeah,
Food allergies?
like seasonal allergies, yeah. Like, especially, this time
This
of year.
time of
Fall. Yeah. With the ragweed and,
Yeah.
you
Any food allergies?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay. We're getting there.
Yay.
Okay, so this is interpersonal, social, and cultural information.
Okay.
Please describe your social support network.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have social support in your family?
Yep.
Neighbors?
No.
Friends?
No.
Students?
No.
Co-workers?
I do.
Self-help groups?
No.
Community support?
No.
Religious or spiritual?
No.
To which cultural or ethnic group do you belong?
No.
Okay.
Not applicable to me.
How important are spiritual matters to you? Not at all, little, somewhat, or very much?
Not very.
Okay. Would you like spiritual religious beliefs to be incorporated into your counseling?
No.
Okay. Please describe your strengths, skills, and talents.
Okay. Think about this. Well, I'm a go-getter.
Okay.
I'm a hard worker.
Okay.
I'm a good leader, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Hands-on. Able to follow directions really well.
Okay.
I care.
Okay. The next one is describe any special areas of interest or hobbies, art, books, physical fitness, etc.
Well, fishing, for sure.
That's a big one.
That's a big one, yeah. I love to fish.
Okay.
My wife and I like to go sea glass hunting at the coast.
Okay.
That's fun.
Okay.
I like reading.
Mm-hmm.
Sports. I love the outdoors. I like being outdoors. And I love dachshunds.
You like dachshunds?
I love dachshunds.
Do you have a dachshund?
I do, yeah. His name is Otis.
Otis?
He's awesome.
So I put Otis's name here. Okay, this is just some miscellaneous information here. Your employment. So who's your employer?
It's Cisco.
Okay. And your position there?
I'm a warehouse manager.
And your length of time in this position?
A little over a year.
And your job duties there?
I manage all the day, what goes on during the day. I'm the day manager, so.
So you manage all functions of the day shift at the warehouse?
Yeah, all functions of the, right.
What's the stress level of this position? Low, medium, high?
Do you have an extra high box?
I don't, but I can give you 2 checks on high.
Please check high twice.
Okay. Other jobs that you have held?
I was a supervisor.
Okay. And where was that?
I was at Cisco as well.
Okay. And how long was you that?
I did that for 20 years.
Okay. And anywhere else?
Yeah, before that I was at a company called NRF Distributors.
Okay.
And I was like a lead associate.
Okay. And how long were you there for?
I was there for 12.
Okay. So now we drop down to education. Are you currently attending school?
No.
Okay. And a high school graduate?
Yes.
And what year?
1990.
Associate's degree or graduate degree or anything? No. Okay. Any service in the military?
No.
Okay, now down to legal. Have you ever been convicted of a misdemeanor or felony?
No, I haven't.
Are you currently involved in any divorce or child custody proceedings?
No.
Okay. Last page. Now, this page here that we're coming down to is our outcome questionnaire. It kind of explains it right here. This brief questionnaire asks about some of the most commonly reported thoughts, feelings, and behaviors among adults seeking behavioral health treatment. Please think about the past 2 weeks and answer the questions below to the best of your ability. So it's over the past 2 weeks. This will help you and your therapist to plan your treatment and monitor your improvements. You might have done one of these at your physical at your doctor's office, and they might have called it a PHQ-9. Mm-hmm. So it's basically the same thing, just different name for what it is. Mm-hmm. So it's never, hardly ever, sometimes, often, or very often did you feel these things over the past 2 weeks.
Okay.
How often did you feel unhappy or sad?
Sometimes.
How often did you have little or no energy?
Hardly ever.
How often do you have a hard time getting along with family, friends, or coworkers?
Hardly ever.
How often did you feel hopeless about the future?
Sometimes.
How often did you have a hard time paying attention?
Hardly ever.
How often did you feel unproductive at work or other daily activities?
Hardly ever.
How often over the past 2 weeks did you feel tense or nervous?
Sometimes.
How often did you have problems with sleep, too much or too little?
Sometimes.
How often over the past 2 weeks have you felt lonely?
Never.
How often have you thought about harming yourself?
Never.
How often has someone expressed concern about your alcohol or drug use?
Never.
How often over the past 2 weeks have you had more than 5 drinks of alcohol at one time?
Never.
Have you had a problem at work, school, or home because of alcohol or drug use?
No.
So this is going to be true, unsure, almost false, or false. So this here doesn't really fall into anything today because you haven't met with a therapist. Here's what they're going to do. But this will give you an idea at your therapy session or when you meet with a counselor, what you'll be going on to after you. Because you'll do one of these at each session just to kind of see how things go. Mm-hmm. So it says, I felt that we talked about the things that were important to me. Mm-hmm. I felt that the therapist liked and understood me. Mm-hmm. I felt that the session was helpful. Mm-hmm. And I felt confident that the therapist and I worked well together. Okay. And that's going to also make sure that it's a good relationship. Make sure that you're paired with the right person. Sometimes, it's not a right fit, and it kind of helps for you to make sure you get put with somebody that works well to helping you.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's going to be somebody that I feel comfortable with and I get along with. Otherwise,
absolutely. You're not going to open up, and you're not going to, succeed, and we want you to succeed. That's the most important thing.
I got to fix me,
Right. We're going to help you get there. So what you'll end up doing the next time you'll come in is you're going to have an appointment. You'll come in and we're going to have a plan set up for you of steps for how you're going to achieve these goals. Okay. And it's going to be how we think you can achieve them, and it's going to be what you think that you can achieve them with those as well. It's not going to just be us saying you're going to do this. It's going to be an agreement of two coming together, but us giving you some ideas that you might not see yourself there, from a different perspective. And then
that makes total sense.
And then you'll, kind of go over this, and that way we can make sure that everything's meshing together and fitting well for you, okay?
Awesome.
So someone will give you a call in the next, week or so to get you set up for an appointment, okay?
Okay, perfect.
Okay, well, it was really great that you came in. Thank you so much.
It was nice to meet you, Wendy. Thank you for your time.
Bye-bye.